Right, today we're going to do a high day of calories. We're on a cut. We've been cutting down for the last 10-12 weeks, with the last 3 weeks left. We've got 2 weeks, 3 weeks now really, till Marbella. So it's a serious time. We've got back-to-back high days, so one yesterday and one today. So a high day is a high day of calories. This means usually we up the carbs. We keep proteins a bit the same, fats similar, but carbs go up. So we want to do this to basically put the glycogen in the muscle. I'll explain more later. Let's get into it. First meal now. Also to note, I'm recording this after because I shot the whole thing on a log, right? So I had to go back and edit it all, make sure it's all colour graded correctly, or get my best shot anyway. So this is going to be recorded beforehand. I'm now at like meal 3, you'll be fine, Meal 1, you'll catch up in no time. Right, meal's finished. We did this about an hour ago or so. Probably it's about 2 hours now. Banana finished as well. We're gonna have the second meal before we go out to Liverpool. I've got a few things I need to pick up, a few improvements and a few bits of food as well. And then, right, okay, so meal number 2 is chicken breast, 130 gram, jasmine rice, 85 gram, and 100 gram of veg. The avocado I'm gonna have later, just spread it out a bit more. These meals, there's a lot going on in each one, especially when I only use 2,000 calories each day, so I like to spread them out as much as possible. So yesterday, for example, we had a Rice Krispies with a meal, didn't quite make sense, so I had that separately as a kind of like 6th meal and just spread it out throughout the day. Makes digestion better and easier, especially when you're trying to get it all through. At this point in a cut, it gets a bit tricky, so that's why I spread it out so much. Right, on to meal 2. Some of that I found to be a lifesaver, just for me anyway, for time and effort. These packs of steam fresh veg. Honestly, they're super cheap. You can get them from most supermarkets. Usually steam fresh is the brand I go for, but there's different variations, and I feel like this makes life easy, especially when you've got work or you want to just go on the go and you need something quick. Defrost it and then heat it up. Right, so with the chicken and mince, I am always meal prepping. So there's 100 grams or be 130 grams of chicken or 200 grams of chicken, and each one be meal prepped beforehand. I'm always meal prepping. First of all, it saves you money. Second of all, it saves you time. You do it on a Sunday night or you do it on a Wednesday night, whenever, and you get it prepped for the next couple of days. Always makes life so much easier when you have it ready in the fridge, prepared for you. Next item is the jasmine rice. I literally have a packet. Obviously I weigh it out. I think it's gonna be 85 grams. I'll check that again. But literally nothing special, right? It's nothing special. None of these. A lot of gurus like to say there's different foods you can eat. A lot of different crap that's just out there. A lot of bad information. Right. Okay. So we've got chicken, rice, veg. Veg on a cut on my days is a necessity. It becomes your best friend because it makes up such big portions of a meal, and it also fills your stomach a bit more as well. So it's such a necessity. Also, with it as well, a necessity is 5 turns of pink Himalayan salt. Unbelievable. Now the reason why we have a high day normally is to replenish our glycogen stores and to make sure that we're washing off any fatigue. So fatigue builds up, you have less and less nutrients and less carbohydrates and calories for your body to use. Therefore, when you do strenuous tasks such as working out, cardio, or even just everyday life activities, especially if you work a labour intensive job, you're going to tend up to build fatigue. Now fatigue makes you hold water weight. So for example, on Friday I was at 73.9 kg. That's what I checked in the morning. Then checked in Saturday morning at 73.1. Okay, so I've gone down. However, I was holding fatigue, and it's clear to see because on that Saturday I consumed 3,600 calories, and I still went down to 72.8, and that was with no cardio. That was with 10,000 steps during the day and micro steps after each meal. So even if you're eating more calories, you're still losing weight because you have fatigue, so it washes out all the water weight. And because I had 5-6 litres of water as well, we're just trying to wash off the fatigue. However, this weekend we're running a double high day. So we're running a double high day, so Saturday and Sunday high day. Saturday's gonna have more calories due to the fact I got a workout on Saturday. Meaning I'm training on Saturday, so I'll have more calorie expenditure, so we can add more calories to that day. However, today we have slightly bit less, so let's say we have 3,600 yesterday, we have 3,400 today. Let's say we have 3,400 yesterday, we'll have 3,200 today. So we're running a double high day due to the fact that we can replicate what it's going to be like before the shoot. So in 3 weeks time, we have the Marbella shoot. So on that day, the shoot itself will be Friday. So on the Wednesday and Thursday, we'll run high days of carbohydrates. We won't train, we'll get steps in between each meal, but we'll have just high days of carbohydrates and calories. And once again, that'll be to restore the glycogen in the muscle, essentially filling the muscle back up again. This means on shoot day, the muscle will look fuller and you essentially will look bigger. You won't look as flat anymore. Obviously with fat loss, you're trying to take it all away. Well, we achieved the look, so now you can fill it back up again in a way. So by doing this now, my coach can get good data collection from how I look, how much I weigh and how much I drop, whatever. If it's a good thing or bad thing, if it's too many carbs, too little carbs, and we can see what I look on Monday. So tomorrow, I'll get a full workout video and I'll get a post-workout shoot. I'll get a post-workout video as well, and I probably will upload that to YouTube as well. And that will be where we can see, right, this is where we're going to look like, and give you a really accurate depiction of what I look like and if it can change anything, or it basically gives him insight. Also gives me a chance to wash fatigue. So it's 2 in 1. It's better, mate. I enjoy it. More calories, more food. What's not to like? Right, on our way to Liverpool. Get a few bits. I'm thinking right now I need to get some dark chocolate. I need to get some, I'm thinking of DJI mics. I'm thinking I'll pick one up for this, put one on, better audio quality. Especially exactly how everything works really, from fat loss to trying to put on muscle to business to even trying to learn how to best get audio and camera quality together. Just slow, steady progress, not repetitions, iteration. Repetitions doing the same thing over and over again. People get complacent doing that. They think they're doing the work because they're going to the gym every day. No, iteration. How can you correct mistakes? How can you error correct? So people say like 10,000 reps or 10,000 hours. No, it's 10,000 error corrections. It's how you can make something better over and over and over again. That's how progress is made. You have to be able to change things within the lane you're doing. A really basic example of this is in the gym. I went to France for 10 weeks. It was start of February this year until about end of April, right? Let's call it that. I had to use dumbbells because the Smith machine incline press was awful in the gym in France, right? Awful. I used dumbbells. I've never felt a better connection with my chest and never gone up weight more in terms of made more progress with the weight I was pushing, and I've never had an overall bigger development in my chest than using dumbbells. So sometimes a change of environment had to force a change. That was because I got complacent with what I was doing. You need to iterate what you're doing. As simple as that, but it can go for business, life, whatever. Iteration, not repetitions. In the meantime, White Monster secured. Basically live off these things. Christ. Right, the trip was partially successful. I don't know what you can hear, by the way. You got the cars running, so we'll see. But we got, first of all, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Notes on startups and how to build a future. Just a book overall that I wanted to read for a while now, so we've got that. It looks fairly small, so hopefully we'll get through this pretty quickly. Got the dark chocolate. Not 85%, didn't have any. 90% will do. Gonna eat this now. Gonna have 25 grams of it, so that's 2.5 pieces. DJI went into Wilkinson to see the mics. I want to get mics for this. However, they don't have any. And I saw on the DJI website it is the same price and it comes tomorrow. So we're gonna do that instead of waiting until Friday because I want the mics fairly quickly. I wanted them for the session tomorrow, but that is what it is. I need to figure out as well when I'm recording how to mute the background audio, putting in some new AI tech to do that. It's going to be interesting to see. Getting into this editing and cameras and all this is a hell of a learning curve, but it's one that, you know, it's working, and I'm excited to see where we can take it. Right, we are back in Land of Living. So I just ordered the DJI mics online. They come Tuesday. So unfortunately I can't, that means the footage for Monday I don't have mics for, but that's part of the ups and downs. Right now I'm feeling good in terms of, you know, energy and all that. I'm feeling good. Obviously I had the monster before. Times, especially a couple weeks ago, where I'm fatigued and I'm starving. All I want to do is eat, especially if you're doing a cut, you'll this be apparent. So what I recommend, Volvic water, right? Touch of strawberry or summer fruits, I think the other one is, right? Sugar free. There is 2 calories per 250 ml, and it's 1.5 litres. Makes you feel fuller. First of all, if you're drinking a strawberry flavoured water, and also just drinking water in general makes you feel fuller. Right, so I recommend anyone's on a cut, start drinking these because they're a lifesaver. They just fill you up. Another top tip if you're on a cut, Mentos, right? Mentos. So, think about it. You're gonna eat them, so your body straight away psychologically you're eating food, right? So you're sending signals to your brain that you're eating. Obviously you're not actually swallowing it, so you're not taking any calories. However, you're sending the signals that you're eating, so it makes you feel more satiated. This is something that fighters do in UFC. They chew on ice, so they get a cloth round ice and they chew on it. It stimulates the brain that they're eating, whilst also burning calories in their case, because that's a significant loss. However, Mentos as well, because of the mintiness, you're not going to eat sweets or chocolate because you've got a mint flavour in your mouth. Like doing your teeth and then eating chocolate after, you would never do it because how horrid it tastes. Same sort of psychology behind it, right? Psychology behind it? Same principles behind it, let's just say that. Right, so now we're going to go for meal 3. So we just come back from Liverpool. Meal 1, meal 2 is finished. Meal 3, then we're going to go to potential client. We basically, I'm learning how to use this camera as much as I can, so I'm trying to get as much experience as possible. When I do something, I commit to it fully. So we're going to meet up with a guy called Ross. Met him in the gym a couple weeks ago. It shows you, by the way, have that conversation. Have that conversation you're not wanting to have. I heard something the other day. It was the magic you're looking for is another thing you're avoiding. And that's literally the conversations you aren't having. There's a guy called Ross in the gym. I see him all the time in there. I would never talk to him. I saw him recording one day himself, so I thought, what's he recording for? He's going to do a shoot himself. He's actually not doing a shoot, he's doing a show. He's obviously a lot bigger than I am, and he's in a position to do a show, which is really impressive first of all, but it's also a chance for me to get more footage and to be able to get better and better at what I want to do. Those conversations that you aren't having could be the conversations that you need to have. So try getting out your comfort zone a bit more, because honestly, you never know what happens. Right, okay, once again, back in the kitchen. Well, the second kitchen. I know. So meal 3 is going to be minced beef, 130 gram, yasmin rice, 85 gram, and veg variety, 100 grams. So I'm going to go for the frozen packet of veg again. I've already got the meal prepped for the mince, so that'll be straight out into a micro, and same with the yasmin rice. You see how I do things, or I just try to make things quick as possible, because I'm trying to work in between every time I shoot, or I went to Liverpool to get a few bits. I'm trying to just be efficient as possible, because I just need things done sometimes, you know what I mean? You just gotta get on the roll. So yeah, I'm gonna make this and enjoy it. Right, for meal 3, we've got mince, rice, and some veg. Obviously it's not appealing. I can't imagine it looks appealing to you lot, but to me, it gets your job done. That's how I think of it nowadays. It's not even about looking amazing, looking fantastic. It's about just feeding me and me enjoying it. That's about it. Just a bit of salt on it, a bit of pepper. I'm gonna enjoy this, and we'll get ready for not a workout, but we're gonna video a session essentially. 3 weeks Marbella, it's gonna be unbelievable. And then 2 days after Marbella, we're gonna have Italy. We're going to Turin Future Festival. That's gonna be unbelievable. So we'll take it with that as well. I'll bring the camera with that. I'll bring the camera and record that as well. It should be unreal. So looking forward to all. Exciting times ahead. Right, some time has passed. I know it's on the next meal. There's 70 grams of Rice Krispies. 70 grams of Rice Krispies. So I'm gonna have it now before I do this, because I might get a pump myself. Not a workout, it's a bit of a pump, so it'll help the pump as well, having some carbs beforehand. And also splits it away from that meal for 70 grams. So I'm gonna have this and water. I also got 30 grams on my next meal of honey. So I'm gonna have 10 grams of this now, because I'm gonna have it Rice Krispies water. It's gonna be vile, so try and spice up a little bit. But yeah, that should be well enjoyed. Right, meal number 4 should be interesting. Right, so we've got 100 grams of oats, 100 grams of berries, frozen berries, 300 milliliters of almond milk, 30 grams of whey protein. I'm about to get stuck into a work block of editing, so this should go down well nicely. Right, just like that, one to meal 5. The honey I left out from the meal before, and I'm putting in this. I feel like the honey on this takes that bitter taste away from the skier. Honestly, one of my favourite meals. Leave it to last. Gonna get early night tonight as well. I got work at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna be up like 20 past 4. So gonna be an early start, but it is what it is. Right, overall I'm happy with that high day. We're on our last meal right now. Let's be honest, it was a productive day. Productive. We did a hell of a lot. Ate a hell of a lot as well. Felt like I was eating for ages. Haven't eaten that many calories in a while, so it was nice to do. This week's gonna be interesting. I'll keep it updated. I'll probably post again probably Friday. I'll include a clip of how I look tomorrow. Obviously that's probably gonna be close to my look to the show look, or to the shoot. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly have. I've enjoyed all day, but very productive day. Very happy with it, and I'll see you in the next one.